Welcome YouTube, this is your boy JD and thank you for viewing Coast to Coast Gamers. Hopefully you enjoyed and watched my episode 4 of the Jazz versus the Rockets, even though I lost the freaking game. But whatever. Now I'm about to play the Timberwolves again. They beat us at the beginning of the season. I think it was game 3. So that was our first loss. So now we're back on another winning streak, which is 3 games so far. So hopefully I get my revenge and we beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. But with that said, thanks for all the people that's been viewing and watching my videos that I've been putting up. I appreciate it. Just don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and also don't forget to share my videos on your social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Just share it, please, so everybody else could see and view my videos as well. Also, if you're new to the channel and this is your first time seeing my channel, or even if you're frequent and you didn't subscribe, please subscribe. All right, I need those subscribers and I need those likes, so help a brother out. With that said, enjoy the game with me playing as the general manager for the Utah Jazz while we play against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Enjoy the game.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, Jazz fans. I hope you enjoyed that spectacular singing of the national anthem. Every time I hear that song, it just gives me goosebumps just to hear that song. You know, being a professional former basketball player myself for the Dallas Mavericks, you know, I really think I appreciate this, being in this country and be able to do the things that I can do and be able to be afford the opportunities to do this, because I don't think I'll be able to have these opportunities, especially now being the general manager of the Utah Jazz and any other country. So with that said, I want to honor all my military veterans and all the people who sacrificed for this country. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. But now that's out the way, let's get into this game. I'm hearing a lot of people smirking and complaining, whatever you want to call it, about a possible sale of the Jazz organization. Yes, Mr. Baxter is really thinking about selling the team because it's having some issues with previous business endeavors that didn't go well for him. So it's kind of hurting him financially. So yes, he's thinking about selling the team. Myself, and staff members, we're concerned about the situation on if he does sell the team. If they'd be able to just keep the things the way the organization is running now. But we'll get into that later. Let's enjoy this game. Let's get our revenge on the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You are is based on can you switch.
Oh yeah, and I also forgot.
Yeah,
about the
say 3, 4, 5, and if necessary.
I'm not complaining about the trade that I did with Sacramento Kings.
And the starting lineup.
We got Vince Carter on the team now.
Runs the point with Butler in his
Mr. Baxter
the backcourt.
wanted
Small
Vince Carter on
with
the
Gibson
team.
at the 4, and it's Towns in at the 5.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of strange, you know.
And the
Only he's about to sell the team, but he wants to make decisions on
from your point
getting
guard,
certain
Jeff
basketball
Teague,
players.
unselfishly
I
pulling all
agreed
the
with him
right
that,
strings.
you know, Vince Carter would be a good asset to the team. So we went ahead and made a deal with the Sacramento Kings, and we got Vince Carter. So we lost Joe Johnson and our rookie center Tony Bradley.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go
Hopefully, we don't shoot ourselves in the foot by letting go of Joe Johnson. Being the fact that he's a veteran in the game. He's been in the game for a while.
Deliver the ball right away.
And he has a lot of knowledge. But
Rubio's got
Carter
his second bucket
also been in
tonight.
the game for a while, and he has a lot of knowledge of the game. So he can help out our rookies and all of our
4 minutes.
brand new sophomore players as well. So well, I don't really think we lost a step.
Teague
So
against Rubio. To the middle. It's stolen by
just hopefully
Rubio.
Vince Carter be able to do what Vince Carter does, and that's
On the wing,
show up these young guys on the court.
14 feet away. Hit some rim on the way in. And the
All right, so far we're sticking with the team
Cephalosha's got his first
with
points of
Minnesota.
the night.
So hopefully
Kicks
that
it
will
to Gibson.
continue, and then we
And
definitely
there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Turnovers here early on
beat these guys.
in the quarter, but he's got.
But let's get back to about the selling of the
and
team.
that's a tough one. But on those illegal
Yeah,
screen calls, the
myself and the
defenders
staff and
never
other
gonna
staff
get
members,
the
and
benefit of the doubt.
we're hoping that if he does sell the team, that whoever takes over the
Now, here's Rubio.
ownership of the team,
He's usually able to
keep
provide
the
some lift to his team,
organization
averaging 6 points a
intact the
game.
way it is. So we're hoping and praying
An
that
open look here for Wiggins.
that the
Gets
new
the
owner,
three-pointer to
whoever
fall.
that may be, won't
Wiggins has
start
got
changing
himself
up
going there. His first points of
or
the game.
replacing certain people.
Here's Rubio. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice way to take it in, Rubio.
You just have to love the way Ricky Rubio plays defense. Fantastic at jumping a play, and Doris forcing a turnover for his
far,
team to get out
Rubio
and get
is,
a score in transition.
Starting to show, play like he for himself before he got injured. Well,
makes him
it's
such
kind
a
of hard
great
to say that.
defender.
He got injured on the first game.
Bother
But,
shooters, incredible lateral
But
movement,
before he
and
got
an
hurt-
impressive wingspan.
those minutes that he did play on the game, he actually looked really good. So he's starting to really play like that again.
Both free throws.
That's why we're on a 3-0 winning streak so far.
For him,
since-
he's pretty much
since after
automatic
we left
when he's at the
loss.
Teague kicks to Towns. A three-pointer
And
off the
also,
mark for Utah.
Gobert is starting to step up since
Shots to go in
the
for
coach
to start off this game.
decided to make some changes to the
Gobert
roster.
dishes to Rubio.
You notice that Dwight Howard
There's
is
a
not
good
starting.
screen. Back to Gobert. From
Dwight Howard is
outside
going to
the
be
arc.
the backup
And Carl
center.
Anthony Towns pulls it down.
For Gobert.
Timberwolves trail. Dishes it to
That
Teague.
probably, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but I think that kind
And in this first quarter, about 3
Gobert's
minutes played. Three-pointer.
mind.
Offensive rebound. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, that rebound right there was about nothing more than the desire of Carl Anthony Towns.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And looking at Towns
Come on, guys.
and what he can do on the floor already at his age is impressive.
Gobert open.
This is a guy who's going to be a 20 and 10 player perhaps for the rest of his career. And as young as he is, I tell you, the sky is the
Come on,
limit.
Gobert. Make these
And
free
when you look
throws.
at the second year for Towns, it's comparable to other great big men in the
That's
history of
one.
the NBA. And Greg,
the
I'm
second
talking
one.
about players in the top 50 of all time.
I mean, just on the sophomore season stats, he looks like he projects to be one of
he
the
makes two.
all-time greats. Comparable numbers to some of the best.
All right, let's get back on
ever
defense. Let's
played.
play some
Think
D.
of these names: Hakeem, Duncan, Ewing, and the Admiral. Maybe we'll be saying Carl Anthony Towns.
Come on, get this rebound.
Shots good from Butler.
And Kev, that's the explosiveness we talk about. Butler, even in traffic, draining the highly contested shot. Wow.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 6.
Rubio with the three. Yes. Good shot.
He's got 9.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
Come on, let's get this ball back.
And Gibson kicks to Buck. Towns, the screen. Passes to Teague. Just 5 on the clock. Wiggins from outside.
There we go.
Rebounded by the
Good
Jazz.
rebound.
We're
Push
coming
the
off
ball
that
up.
win against the Nets.
And guys, they just got so many good
Oh,
looks
nice.
in that one. And
Oh,
the defense never
man.
able to affect their offensive
Came up kind of
I
short for
think the
that.
defense from
Look
the other
good.
team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they make them.
There you go,
pay for it.
Gobert. One thing you could say, depend on Gobert for those rebounds.
No good. Some solid defense from Butler. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And slam dunk by
Come on now,
Butler.
you got to stick on
What a
Butler. You
quick
cannot
read
leave
by
him open.
Towns, always keeping his head up.
That's what hurt us in the first game when we played
Gobert
against
with a
them.
screen on Teague. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Back to Rubio. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. He feeds it to Gobert.
There you go.
And the shot goes in.
Nice pass,
Love
Rubio.
to see Rudy Gobert score despite the contact. This guy is showing off some big-time strength right now.
Come on, come on.
Teague, the pass to
Stay on
Butler.
it.
Over Gobert. Butler, no good.
Push it, push
Jazz
it.
have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over
What the freak?
62%.
Come on, Gobert.
Here's Wiggins, Towns, and another shot, and it's good on the way in. Towns has got his third basket of the night right there.
You guys are really starting to look like straight blue right now.
From inside.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. Now here is Cephalosha, covered by Wiggins.
What? Come
They
on.
get it again.
Repco, seriously? He was perfect for that
Nice
shot.
ball movement by Utah. And stolen by Jeff
We
Teague.
throwing the ball.
And it's Towns penetrating. Gobert pulls it in.
Boy,
on,
the
fellas.
defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
And he misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Teague dishes to
Come on,
Wiggins.
fellas, come on.
Over
Get it
Cephalosha.
together.
Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Wiggins has got 5 points so far. Jazz trail by 3.
Well, you
Play
think
some
about
ball.
how the Utah Jazz become one of the top defenses in the league.
That's
They
you,
don't
Rubio.
gamble for steals
Rubio,
or
come on,
deflections.
baby.
It's all about staying solid and controlling the paint.
Where's,
And the basket is
where's
good.
foul?
Got it to go through on the contact.
I didn't see a
So
foul.
free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. For Minnesota, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right
All
now.
right, come on.
Courtney
Down by
Young
6.
checked in for Gibson. Crawford comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Lawson in for Jeff Teague.
Yeah, you love the
That's gonna win
solid
in.
screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
Well, you know, that's
on, guys.
okay, I
Play
think.
some
And
D.
even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
Now here's Towns. He has 7.
Get this ball back.
And they double up.
And let Butler get
Down to
off.
5 on the shot clock. From 17 feet out. That one, no good.
Come on,
Now the
push it,
Jazz
push it.
take it
Come
the
on,
other
Mark.
way. Some tough
Push it in.
offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Good.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And one of the more underrated elements of his
Get the
game.
ball back.
This is a guy that's always in control. Love seeing him finish, even with the contact.
Now, here is Lawson. Butler passes to Towns. Back to Butler. Crawford, no one around him. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck
Come on,
first
fellas,
on
let's
the
go.
offensive glass.
Get it in. Let's get it in.
Now,
Come on, Mark.
here's Monk. He's guarded closer.
There you go, Cephalosha. Take it in.
Basket.
Good
Good.
one.
Cephalosha's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you
Come on,
develop
Rubio.
a trust from your teammates.
Lawson kicks to Crawford.
There you
It's
go.
stolen by Monk. And now Utah.
Come on, Gobert. Do not lose this ball.
And Carl Anthony Towns pulls it
dog.
down. Towns has got
How
double-digit
hard was
rebounds
it? A
now in the
7'1"
game.
player to take it in. They hit a simple layup.
Tries again.
Oh, what
And
the-
that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right
Timbers
there.
making Gobert look like he got center blocks in his shoes.
There, you can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Muhammad's checked in. Jazz trail by 7.
All right, let's get it together, guys.
Here is Rubio. He's got 9. In the corner is Cephalosha with it.
Come on, get us got some help.
6 on the shot clock. Shot from 12.
Cephalosha, yes.
The glass and in.
Good one.
Cephalosha's got 6. Three-pointer, Lawson hits it from three-point range.
If you guys are hearing the echo, I apologize for having some
Rubio
technical
with it.
difficulties.
Gobert with the screen on. He gets it up.
Yes. Good one, Rubio. Yeah, forgive us on the technical difficulties and hearing echoes.
Well, you call that a
got
perfect
fixed,
closeout.
so
You love the aggressiveness.
hopefully
on
that
the
didn't
offense
deter
and
you
then
from the
leading to that
game,
final shot.
distract you,
Been all
whatever.
about Carl Anthony
I know that
Towns
probably is
for
kind of
Minnesota.
annoying just hearing the
Scoring,
echo,
rebounding.
but
He was all over the place
got
during
that
that
fixed.
quarter.
So,
They are
see you in
riding
the
his
second
performance
quarter.
right now.
We're back.
It's about one of his biggest
Thank you
surprises.
for staying with us and
I
watching
never thought that
your
anybody
Utah
would be
Jazz
preparing
play
to guard
against the
me
Minnesota
night in, night
Timberwolves.
out. But
Hopefully,
I have to
that
learn
technical
to cope with
difficulties
that
we had
and
earlier
still
didn't
find a way
deter
to
you
be,
from
successful
watching the
on both ends
game.
of the
Well,
floor.
if you're
And
still
it's
ain't
a
listening
learning
to
curve
me,
for
you
also.
obviously
But I'm
it
figuring
didn't
it out.
deter you. So thank you for staying with us.
Jimmy Butler, he's found a way
we
to
got that
overcome
fixed,
obstacles
and
at each
Hopefully
important
it'll
point
stay that
along
way,
the way.
stay fixed.
You know, he's a
throughout the rest of this
self-made
game.
player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
All right, the second quarter beginning in
There we
just
go.
a moment.
Oh,
Guys, what's your
yes,
take
go
so
Tim.
far in the Timberwolves?
Hustling on that offensive glass, and that's led to a number of second chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good, and right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second chance opportunities.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade.
ball
All
back.
fueled up for the second quarter of basketball.
Doing that,
And so in the game for the Timberwolves,
nice indeed.
down low, it's Jang in town. Austin out there with Crawford. And it's Muhammad in at the small forward position. Now here's Crawford following the miss by Lawson. Towns, the screen. In the corner, it's Jang.
No, come on. Get the ball, Neto, what?
Over your
Seriously.
And he gets the
And he
friendly
makes the
spin,
shot.
and that one drops. Jang's got his first basket.
Well, this is an excellent mid-range shooter. Zhang also likes to set his teammates from that spot.
On the wing, Cephalosha. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling.
Oh my goodness.
And the dunk by
They're doing the same exact
That
crap.
gives him a double-double in this one.
First time we
11
played him.
points and 13 rebounds. Here's Neto after the made shot from Carl Anthony Towns. Neto, the pass to Urepko, and stolen by Lawson.
Hold on to the ball. What's going on?
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. There's the lob to Towns. Muhammad dishes to Jang. Lawson outside. Lawson can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first. Well, you think about Tom Thibodeau as the architect of so many great
Neto, that's
defensive
you.
teams.
Good
For
shot.
Minnesota, it took some time on the defensive end, but he feels like this team is starting to turn a corner on that end.
Here's Crawford after the basket by Utah. From the arc. Towns, no luck. 3 on 3. Here's Monk. That one wide left. And for Thibodeau, you simply can't play for him unless you exert maximum effort on defense. Doris, he can be tough, but fair in what he demands.
Well, as long as you're willing to work hard every single day on every possession, you can play for Tom Thibodeau. This is a guy who constantly preaches the importance of the little things, and he wants proper defense to become second nature for his team.
Now here's Muhammad. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
They get a hand on it.
There you go, Neto.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Carl Anthony
Oh, my
Towns
goodness.
was voted by GMs last season as the player they most want to build a franchise around. But he is not resting on his laurels. He said, I work hard on my game. I want to be the strongest player, the most intelligent player,
Get the team
and
together.
the most skilled
Put
player
the
on the
players
court
out.
at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That work ethic will definitely help Towns get better. He's already a dynamite player. Mitchell, he's checked in for the Jazz. Minnesota also making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Carl Anthony Towns. Wiggins comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Tyus Jones subbed
There
in
you
for
go.
Ty
Nice
Lawson.
shot.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to
defense.
free
Get the
himself
ball
up and
back.
drill the jump shot.
Jones kicks to Muhammad. The dish to Wiggins.
Come on, let's go.
Gibson setting the pick for Wiggins. Over Monk. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Wiggins has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Here's the screen.
Come on.
Wiggins with it. Now guarded by Monk. And Jones has it in the corner. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Jerebko kicks to Cephalosha. Feeds it to Monk.
Take this shot.
Now here is Cephalosha, defended by
Turning the
Jones.
ball over. These guys don't make me come down to the locker room at halftime.
At balls, high speed that time from Wiggins. And now it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead. Here's Mitchell, defended by Jones. Mitchell's shot is good.
Seems like Mitchell's the only one that's trying to score. Everybody else just want to.
And here's Jones.
Hold on to the ball.
Wiggins
And
outside.
they take the shot, simple layup, and they muff it.
Jang with the ball.
Freaking time.
Working on Jerebko. Good. Jang's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Timely passing leads to
Jazz fans, I'm
assists,
hoping
and that's
you
been the
feel the pain.
recipe for success.
And this is really more pain for
Let's
me
it go from
than
14.
you guys. Because
Mitchell's
I'm
shot is
paying
good.
these guys.
Mitchell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second
money,
period.
investing your money into the team by watching and supporting the team.
Jones the best to
Mine
Jang.
and Jazz souvenirs and memorabilia and all that other good stuff. The jerseys.
Tries it from the top of the
Guys
key.
playing Like this.
Rebounded by the Jazz. Cephalosha's
And
got
I'm
3
sorry to
rebounds
say,
so far in the game.
Minnesota's not that good of a team.
And Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the
Yes, they
Timberwolves
got
last
Butler.
year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense,
And they
but
got,
more importantly, his defense.
Towns.
And Butler, familiar with
Two
what
good
he
players.
likes to do
But that's it.
on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the
We
team
should be
needs,
dominating
particularly on the defensive end.
I don't know.
Enduring so many great point
Jazz
guards
fans,
in the
I really
league.
don't.
In fact, the number of stars at that position, we see them every night. But who are some of the
Best to believe
that maybe don't get the hint.
they
More of the
we lose
underrated
this game.
I think the single most consistently
I'm gonna
underrated
rectify
point
this
guard, though
situation.
certainly not by the contract
And
extension he most
coaching
recently
staff
signed,
and
would
the
be
players
Mike
would not
Conley,
be
this
happy
guy
with
for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Some
guys just
don't
fit in
believe
the
it.
systems and the cities and the organizations for whom they play, and I would say Mike Conley, ability to run the team, ability to make the three-point shot,
All right, come
to
on,
make
fellas.
the players around him better. He comes to mind.
We've been down by 8
Kemba
points for a
Walker
while.
in Charlotte is a guy who, once they consistently start to make the playoffs as an undersized point guard, I think you could see him start to grow in reputation.
See, that's what I'm
And
talking about.
Isaiah
Exactly
Thomas,
what
who
I'm
launched
talking
himself
about.
For stretches into the MVP
A franchise
conversation.
player can't do a
Interestingly,
simple layup
what
or
do all
a
three have in
finger
common? A little bit
He muffs
undersized in
every time.
today's NBA.
Why?
Can you believe Conley has never been
How
an
can
all-star
someone be that
as good as he
tall?
is?
Or
Cannot
can't
believe
do
that.
a simple
No, and you've had
layup?
teammates make it. Marcus Gasol
Especially
most
when
notably. I
you
know that
you
Marcus
have
Gasol would
position
love to see
over
Mike Conley next
the
to an
person that's
all-star.
guarding.
Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Jazz.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What
I'm
little
trying not to
offense
be like
they've
I
been able
was
to generate
last
has come
season,
from
getting
the
all
backcourt.
revved up.
They just need a little more balance.
Here's Mitchell. He has
Mediocre ball.
and a major renovation completed by the
know,
Jazz at the team's expense, over $110 million, Doris, to bring this
When the team
25-year-old
plays like
facility
crap.
up to date.
Well, everyone will benefit, right? New
That just
locker
shows how
rooms for
much
the
I
players,
love
better
this team.
seating and
You know, I
suites for
put
the
my
fans,
heart and soul into
a
this
new
team. I want my
outdoor
team to
atrium that
actually
includes a solar
succeed
roof. Even those
do
who
better.
can't get into the game benefit.
When I see
large
stuff that-
screens will broadcast the game to fans
that should not
who
be
are
happening.
in the outdoor plaza. How cool is that?
It kind of
First
revs
one
me
falls
up.
for him.
Especially when someone like Gobert, who is an awesome basketball player, who's 7'1", and he has position to make
And Mitchell drops him.
to make the play.
And the
And he
Timberwolves
messes
team
it
is
up.
evolving how you imagine they would with Tibbs
like it
running
just
things here.
boggles
Deliberate
my mind
approach
how
on both
can
ends of the
this
floor and really looking
layup
to
when
dominate
you're that
the
tall,
rebounding
the
margin.
person that's guarding you is only 6
By
foot
Jones.
or
Shoots from the
slightly
baseline.
taller than-
Rebound,
but still,
Utah.
You have dominance over him.
Here's Ingles. Off to a good
There you
start
go.
as he hits
All
his
right, Ingles,
shot
I
attempt.
hope you're happy that
Greg,
Ingles
in the
back
areas
on
you
the
just
court.
talked about, rebounding
been
and pace, the Timberwolves are very much where they want to be.
Yeah, the
the
team
doctor
just looks to make the
said
most out of their
100%
possessions
of his
and
injuries.
try to beat you through efficiency.
It's
They
like-
have players that can get easy
They have
transition
fun.
points when the opportunity presents itself. But in general, they aren't trying to speed the game up.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket for
But
Mitchell.
yeah, Ingles is at 100%. He
Jones
made sure
dishes
that,
to
that
Butler.
he was not going to play unless he was going to be at 100%.
Pass to Wiggins. Gibson with the screen on Ingles. Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 13 for the field since the start of the second. Pass to Gobert. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Jones. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo
I have
teams
to
in the league.
admit, Mitchell
The Jazz,
being a
number
rookie,
1.
You know, he wasn't a dominant name, or he wasn't even a highlighted name during the draft.
To play that
This year's draft,
fast-breaking
he's
style,
actually playing pretty
and
well.
They are all in.
So hopefully he continues doing that. Well, play like this throughout the season.
And he makes the first. And Doris, as many NBA teams are doing, the Minnesota Timberwolves now have their own G League affiliate.
Well, and to me, this is a smart move by the organization, Kev, because it gives them a lot of flexibility in how they develop players. It's a very useful tool given their young talent. Only positives have come from teams purchasing G League affiliates.
Wiggins passes to Butler. Shoots the 3. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Butler. Wiggins has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Oh, snap. This Carter
Wiggins the
oh,
whistle.
he is. He's
Contact
still
on the way
moving.
up and 2 shots coming up.
Kind of good.
Well, we know this about Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder. He has a wide range of coaching experience, right? He's coached at the college level, in the minors, over in Europe, and in today's game, I think that experience is invaluable.
And you talk about that experience at different levels, Doris, different leagues. How does that help a coach like Quinn Snyder?
Well, Kev, we see the NBA game constantly evolving. In a lot of ways, it's becoming more like European basketball with the floor spacing and ball movement. So that experience can help him think outside the box.
Now here's Crawford, and there's the foul. There you go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. Carter comes in with the double team. Jang dishes to Crawford. Just 5 to shoot. With the shot. Kept alive, Minnesota.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game. Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Towns kicks to T. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got his 4th assist in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Kaminsky in the corner. Lets it go from deep.
Oh, yes.
And that 3 makes things just a little.
All right, Jazz fans.
Here as we head to
kind of
halftime. They are not
suspect.
going away.
And so
Mediocre,
it's the Minnesota
but
Timberwolves.
hopefully we'll do better in the second half.
Standing at 6 points here
I'll
at the
see
end
you
of the
after
quarter.
half.
They've got a big advantage
right,
in the
take
turnover
care.
stats because of their intent.
All right, Jazz fans. Hope you enjoyed the halftime show. We try our best to throw you guys a real good, fun halftime
Jazz
show.
trail by 6.
So now we'll be back.
Carter out there with
Hopefully
Ricky
these
Rubio.
guys,
And it's Joe
got a
Ingles.
speaking
And it's
team.
Howard in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn
obviously not.
Snyder. Now here comes Teague
Throwing the ball
leading
away.
the break. And Wiggins throws it down.
Simple layup.
There's no defense for that. Andrew Wiggins enjoying life above the rim.
Howard with a screen on Teague. Out to Carter. The feed to Kaminsky. Shot clock at 6. Howard, the pass to Ingles. Over Wiggins. Here's Howard.
Howard.
And he
There
got
we
the
go.
whistle,
And
so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Hopefully he makes this free throw.
Always one of the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Of course, you've been a color analyst for both men's basketball and women's basketball. Stylistically, what's the difference, in your opinion, between the two, if anything?
Well, I think there are a number of differences. The primary one being athleticism is slowly starting to take shape and more dictate the outcome of success in women's basketball. Whereas athleticism has always been a part of dictating the outcome of games. The above-the-rim aspect of the NBA versus, for the most part, the below-the-rim aspect of the WNBA. That would be the primary difference for me.
But the fundamentals, too, sometimes stand out. The women's game, I think, really, you can see fundamentals so strongly.
You can, Kevin, and I think what helped the women's game tremendously was, especially in the WNBA, you had NBA coaches transition to roles in the WNBA, the Bill Lambiers, the Mike Tebow, so they taught that group how to be pros, how to win on that level.
Excellent point. Now, here's Teague. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go.
Rebound.
How they hope to start the second half, missing 4 of their first 5 here.
Howard setting the pick for Carter. They get a hand on it, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Jazz. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Minnesota. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And seeing where Utah is, and you have to love the way this team is playing. No one was really talking about them at the beginning of the year. Now, they're one of the hottest teams in the league.
Well, Greg, we're talking about them now, right? This terrific start certainly has the attention of the rest of the league.
Here's Butler following the basket by Dwight Howard. And he converts the layup. And that's now 9 points for Butler.
Showing his age.
Well, this is where Butler loves to get to work. Just challenges the heart of this defense.
Here's Rubio. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
Here's Teague on the money from 12 feet away. Teague's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, my goodness. The defense looking helpless in that instance, doing all they can. But ultimately, Jeff Teague beats them with better offense.
Now here's Kaminsky. Here's Howard, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
So the coach is him down.
And that one falls for Howard.
And Howard may be the most physically imposing player in the game today. His strength still sets him apart.
The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Ty Lawson subbed in for T. Now here's Muhammad. There's the lob to Towns. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be defensively. Here's Howard. Great
Really?
that time from Gibson.
And look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Great positioning on the putback. Muhammad's got his second bucket.
Well, I'll tell you, doing work on the offensive end. Muhammad, much more inspired rebounder when it comes to this side.
Howard with a screen on Gibson. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. And on the trifecta. Mitchell's got 16 points.
Boy, once he gets his confidence, he just scores in bunches.
Hey, Doris, Shabazz Muhammad, a player that has slid nicely into that 6-man role, comes in looking to score, but does so in an efficient manner and can help his offense without taking too many shots.
Right, Kev. You don't find too many 6 men who will come and consistently shoot over 45%. Shabazz Muhammad has done exactly that, and it's rare to have that kind of efficiency off the bench.
Now, here's Wiggins.
Watching this game, hoping
14 points for him. And Muhammad gets it to go.
What you love about Muhammad, his hands are always ready to catch the ball and his mind trained on the bucket.
Screen by Howard. Here's Rubio. The offensive rebound. Another shot, and there's the nice layup by Howard.
Nice one.
Howard's got his third basket of the night.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
He's feeling it. He's feeling on defense.
Got a piece of it.
Come on, get the ball. Get the ball.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will
Oh,
retain
my
possession here. And a look here at the shot chart for Towns.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. Just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Just 2 to shoot.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
And
Hold on to
is
the flipping ball.
possession. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. The Jazz, number 1.
You know, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league. Their defense has been dominant. Tremendous scheming by the coaches. The players are skilled. They're motivated. This is a very tough bunch to score on.
Udo's checked in for Utah. Here's Muhammad. A rebound by Mitchell.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Udo was right there to get
Timberwolves
the
leading by 3. Towns dishes to Lawson. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
Oh my
He
goodness.
thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And Towns gets it to go.
Defensively, this is what you
Yeah,
know.
what, how many
He's coming off
possessions
a
and
hot
we ain't
game
scored
and
one
looking to keep it
flipping
rolling.
point?
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now. He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Towns the screen. And Muhammad kicks to Lawson. Puts it up from 17. The putback. And it's Towns on the follow. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rubio outside.
Udo act like
Here's
Udo.
And the
He gets took.
Chang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgie Zhang does on the defensive end.
A different look for Utah. Kaminsky comes in for Utah. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Jones is checked in. 6 to shoot. High post try. Ingles can't get it to go.
And he's been
Open set
way
shot.
off at the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Offensive rebound. Towns, no luck. Jazz trail by 7. It's Howard with the drive. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self. Because I think the viewer
All right,
picks
White
up
House
on it.
seems to be doing pretty
If you're
good on the
forcing
free throw
things,
line.
if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between 2 people because there's so much scoring and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
And you know what? That's his sweet spot over in that corner. Probably his favorite shot.
Get out of the
Howard
sand,
with the
please.
screen on Crawford.
Play some ball.
And here's Neto outside. And shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter. Take
Kaminsky, I'm sorry.
Guys, analytics has taken over the NBA, but Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations Tom Thibodeau says it doesn't tell you everything. He said analytics can measure a lot of things, but it's very difficult to measure drive. The magic is in work. Kevin?
And Tom Thibodeau makes a good point, D.A. Analytics is certainly helpful, but it doesn't capture everything. Here's Neto after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns.
And you notice they're not letting teams stay up.
35 seconds left to play here in the third. Kicks to Howard. Towns with the steal. Here's Muhammad. That shot is off. Excellent D from Howard. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Wow, the long reach of Cat. When he grabs for the ball, it's over.
Timberwolves leading by 9. Now here's Jones. He has 5. Jang a screen. Here's Towns. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Towns has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
All right, Jazz fans.
The effort could have been so much better.
This
You
game
gotta
got me
be
kinda
willing
worried.
to fight through that
So
screen.
that's
There's
why
no
I'm being
question
very
about
quiet.
it.
And so it's Minnesota.
So I see you in the fourth quarter.
11-point
All right,
cushion
y'all
as we
take care.
get
All right, now we're back in the fourth
joining
quarter.
us. Let's see
We're
what
down by
happens here in the
11.
fourth.
At one point, we're only down by 3
Minnesota's
now.
gotten a positive outcome on
Let
7
these
of their
guys
14
just-
three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And a look at the
Be a
5 for the
revenge game.
Timberwolves to
They
start
beat
the
us up
fourth.
there.
Down low, it's Jang and Towns.
They come here and
Out
they
there with Crawford. And it's Butler in at the small forward. Jazz trail by 11.
they about to beat us here now on home court.
Now Monk. He kicks
Got
to
hit out of the
Uriko.
sand.
Gobert the
Play some
screen.
ball.
Dishes to Cephalosha. To the inside. And sticking
All right.
right with
There
it.
we
Gets
go.
the foul with the bucket. And he'll
Now all
go
he
to the
needs
line.
to do is just make this free throw.
Absolute power from Rudy Gobert. Terrific, out-muscling the defense. Guys, you talk about a player with Defensive Player of the Year capabilities. Look no further than Rudy Gobert. The 7'2" Frenchman has earned that nickname, the Stifle Tower.
Drops in the short one. Teague's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Gobert with a screen on Teague. And it's Mitchell missing.
Now,
And at this point,
Some
is there
rebound.
any question, Doris, that Rudy Gobert is the league's premier rim protector?
I don't think so at all, Kev. You look at the metrics. On average, NBA players shoot over 50% around the rim. But when Gobert's around the rim, it's about 30%. That's far and away the biggest impact in the NBA.
Now here is Cephalosha after the miss from Crawford. Just 5 to shoot. Cephalosha misses.
It's a +5 advantage
open.
for them in
Everybody's
rebounding.
just
after
hanging
that.
out.
Here's Towns. Got a hand on it.
Come on.
Here's
Get it together.
Cephalosha.
For goodness sake.
Gobert with a screen on Butler. To the inside.
Oh,
Towns with the steal. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Not only they confuse themselves, they confuse the fans
Here's
as
the
well.
screen.
You got me questioning.
Here's
What in
Mitchell.
the world they doing?
Another miss by Utah.
Other ones
Timberwolves
they
leading
not
by
confusing
11.
is Minnesota Timberwolves.
Outside Teague. He dishes it to Butler.
All right, come on, let's get this ball.
Over
Jimmy
Cephalosha.
Butler's hand.
Basket number 5 goes.
I didn't
in.
mean like that.
5 of 12 from the floor.
Now, you can play the best defense in the world, but that doesn't mean it's going to impede Jimmy Butler's ability to score it.
Utah calls timeout. Rumors about Butler being traded from Chicago were circulating last season. Draft day comes around, and the Minnesota Timberwolves made their move, Greg, to acquire him.
Yeah, and the more you look at it, the trade looks great for Butler and the Wolves. Reunites him with Coach Thibodeau. Joins an incredibly young core in Towns and Wiggins, and the sky's the limit, I think, for this young Wolves team.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. Or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Nice
And there's
put back,
Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got it back down to single digits for Utah.
Boy, Kev, don't you love how Gobert keeps plays alive? This guy's so solid at crashing the boards.
Passes it to Butler. Towns, the screen. Now here's Butler. He's tightly guarded. Gobert with the block.
An intimidating force who continues to wipe away shots with ease. Go to work, Rudy Gobert. Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
Now here's Towns. Looking to get it going. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Utah. Well, Towns does so many things on the floor. Already an elite post scorer. But Greg, one area that he struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is
27 rebounds.
you're improved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that
That
help
should be
you
Gobert's
win games.
number.
And I think
Not his.
that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
Jerebko inside, defended by Gibson. Here's Gobert. Plays it up off the glass. Gobert's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you love how efficient Rudy Gobert is on the block. Remarkable at how he creates opportunities for himself near the rim.
Wiggins kicks to Butler. Basket is
Keep
good.
fouling
Chance
Butler.
for one more at the free throw
Can't
line.
guard him without fouling.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
And watching Jimmy Butler, he just offers so much on offense from a scoring standpoint. You know, obviously he can get to the rack and draw the defense to him. Also really improved his ability to knock it down from beyond. Just a complete offensive player.
And it goes down 2 points. And that's 12 points for Rudy Gobert.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Here's Butler. Gobert pulls it in. And Greg, as you said, Butler is a threat to score from any part of the floor.
It's a bit of a dying art, though, hitting that mid-range jump shot. Butler also does a great job of getting to the line. That's increased over the course of his career. Just a well-rounded offensive player.
And he gets to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Jazz making a change here. Rubio's checked in.
And maybe not as highly touted as some other guards that would perform, but Malik Monk can be scary on the floor. He can get hot like no other, and once he's dialed in, the points just seem to flow.
Jerebko can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 5. Now the pass to Gibson. It's over Rubio, and it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Teague. Teague's got 5 assists in the game. And Greg, as you said, Monk has that ability to take over with his shooting.
I mean, Monk looks to get going with his scoring at all times, and he's just got that
I didn't think he was going to make that shot, but he made it.
good shots. That can be a positive and a negative, but I prefer he have that aggressive mentality when it comes to scoring the basketball.
Off three-pointer, Wiggins. Again, Minnesota with the triple.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Gobert with a screen on Teague. Here's Rubio. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Jazz trail by 7. From downtown, Rubio can't get that one to fall. Timberwolves shooting 43% from the floor. Butler with the ball, now guarded by Monk. That one drops for him. Teague's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this to me is one of the best aspects of Teague's game. He is an exceptional catch-and-shoot guy.
Gobert with a screen on Teague. Rubio the pass to Cephalosha. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Town.
That was glad that they did that. Hopefully we'll take advantage of that.
Now, here's Monk, defended by Butler. Butler with the steal. And it's Towns penetrating, And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, so fluid.
It's like
with
we
the
don't have
ball in
anybody
his hands.
quick enough to
Town
guard
capable
Jimmy
of
Butler
driving it right
or-
at you.
Utah calls timeout.
I just call
He
him.
does not look happy. Their defensive
People with
rebounding
all
has
these
just
long,
been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
On the offensive boards, he has been a force. Offensive rebounding is all about pursuing the basketball, and he has not stopped that pursuit all night. The second chances he's created have been a big factor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. And here is Gibson after the four-pointer from Ricky Rubio. Karl Anthony Towns again. Towns has got 14 points here in the second half.
I'd say that's good defense, just better offense, and not many people can match up with Karl Anthony Towns.
In the corner, Seth Pelosha with it. Back to Rubio.
Are we going to get anybody open?
He feeds it to Monk. Just 4 to shoot. Lays it in with an inch of room around him. Monk's got 7 now in this quarter.
And Monk is used to that aggressive type defense, especially when he's that close to the basket. Takes pride in really taking on the teeth of the defense.
Now here's Butler. Teague can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage.
How did you do a pass?
Outside Butler.
Come on, team.
The
Let's
dish
go.
to Teague. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard
There
to
we go.
maintain
Another
focus.
loss.
But not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during
Lower
this
the way.
game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all.
seems
Greg.
like
I mean, no
Minnesota
reason for
Timberwolves
him
got
to be
outnumbered.
taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks
Hold on to the ball.
totally defeated.
Like it's
So it's the Jazz now. After the basket by
throw the
Minnesota.
ball away.
T kicks to Butler. So it's Minnesota.
All right, Jazz
winning
fan,
this
I have to
one.
apologize
This
for
was a
the
very strong
garbage
showing
game.
for him, Greg. Not necessarily
play
a
that
runaway win.
my team
but
and
one
your
they'll
team has
feel
been
very
playing.
good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road
hopefully we'll
and win
get
in the
together, but like I
fashion they
said,
did, you have
since
to
we
feel
lost
good
this game,
about it.
I am
really
going
an
to-
outstanding effort all the way
I'm going to
around.
put my foot
And now
in a
we'll
lot of
send it
people's
over to
behinds.
David
That's
Aldridge,
what,
who is
that's
standing
what
by
I'm going to do.
courtside.
As you can
David.
see, I am upset. I'm trying not to say anything.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Jimmy, you have not
Any
been
foul
shy
language.
about setting the
So,
bar
but
high
with that
for this
said,
team defensively.
Enjoy your
How
day,
do you
enjoy
think
your
you
night.
did at that end
My name
tonight?
is Jonathan Sims, your Utah Jazz
We came out.
general
put
manager.
bodies on
Y'all take
guys.
care.
Basketball's
All right?
a game of run.
Peace.
They got some great scores, but in the end, we did what we were supposed to do.